here. What do you think when you see it?
Yeah, I was really fortunate. I came last year with my two oldest sons and just had the greatest time. And, it's really cool. I think the way that with the corn and last year, it really looked to me almost like the players were like actors on stage. The way they're sort of backlit and everything is dark and back. So I was so glad I came last year, and it's even more fun watching our guys get excited about it now, and it's really fun.
I think I missed that debate. You said you came last year too.
I did. Yeah, I took my two oldest sons to the game last year, and we just had the greatest time.
Where did you guys sit?
We sat somewhere back there. Yeah. But it was, it was really. I was saying that the players look like they're like actors on stage. Because it's just the way the lighting is set up. It's just you don't usually watch a major league game in a tiny venue like this, so it was really cool, and I'm so glad our players had a chance to experience it.
Do the Suns get it in terms of this being bigger than just a game?
They do, yeah. Unfortunately, only one of my kids could come this time, but they really had a great time, and get to experience this and see that. I think we sometimes take for granted. The day-to-day in Chicago, and you come out here away from Chicago, you see all the people lined up on the road to support the team and things like that, and it's really good perspective that to sometimes get out of Chicago to get into some of the small towns and realize that the Cubs and the Reds have a big influence.
And I sensed talking to the guys earlier this week about it, they like the break. By the time you get to August, it's one city after another having this little break, even though there might be some minor inconveniences with it too.
Yeah, I've been fortunate. I've been to Japan, for games, and we did the Williamsport game a couple years ago. This experience, London next year. I think it's awesome just to have something different. Really cool experiences for the players, and I think they always appreciate them. They always, gravitate towards the locals in those environments, realizing that there's a chance to, guys that get outside Chicago, sell our brand. I think it's a great opportunity for the players.
What do stages like this mean for the game of baseball? I mean, obviously you said London next year, and kind of opening up that audience.
It's so important. I mean, the game isn't guaranteed. I always think when people talk about boxing and horse racing, the biggest sports 50 years ago or 75 years ago, and we have to keep growing the game. We have to keep having venues like this and going outside of the typical cities and continue to grow the game with the young people and grow the game outside of the diehard fans. You have your built-in fans where it's passed down from generation to generation, but it's so important that we continue to grow the game, and I think things like this are a lot of people are going to watch, a lot of people are excited about it, and things like this are really important.
What was your required viewing before this week, or no?
Yeah. Last time I made my sons watch it. They've watched it enough times now that I think they
understand. With the players though too.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. We should have done that. Movie night.
What was your favorite part about watching the game when you were here last year, and then at that point you knew you guys were coming here this year, right?
I think my favorite part is I hadn't had a beer at a baseball game in like 20 years. So it was nice to be a fan of a game like this. But no, what I said before is I thought it was really cool how the players look like they're actors on stage. You sort of realize, like, when you go to a venue like this, it's almost a venue you'd see a high school game or a college game, and also you see the best players in the world players in the world on a stage like this. And it's really cool, and I think the way the lighting is set up, the players look almost larger than life. I think that was probably my favorite part of it.
What does it mean for the
Thank you, Jed.